Hi everyone, I'm a student of Shree Mangal Dvip school. My name is Choje Lama and currently I'm reading in grade 10. Now we have done science lab project. Science has always played a vital role in everyone's life. Since our school is providing science team in grade 11 and 12, we will be able to get science further studies so that we will be easily pursue further science studies in medical sector and also university, where we can be doctors and nurses. And becoming a doctor, we can save many people's lives and also can help needy people. Thank you.
So we have been planning to have these classes for the last few years, and since the time has changed a lot and it is very different now than long time back, like when we were studying here. So back then, after grade 10, it was very easy to join the colleges, but that is not the case now. So even after grade 10, we still need to study the +2. So these days, high school is considered done only when we have completed the +2, which was not the case long time back, where after grade 10 we could directly join the colleges. So because of that, we had to have these two classes, +2 classes. And before, what we did was, after the grade 10, the students from our school, they used to go out to study in different other colleges or like high school for the +2. And this was quite expensive and little tiring also, because they have to stay here, they have to travel by bus or other public transport, and then they have to come back, and it was quite difficult for them. So it was very important that if we are able to have these classes in our school, so we would be able to give them like quality education, and they don't have to go to other colleges because some of these colleges, even they might be very expensive, and some they might not be that good in education, the education that they receive. So it was quite difficult for the students who have completed their class 10. And that is why we decided to have +2 in our own school, where the students, where they will be able to continue their studies with the same environment, with the same friends, where everything is very adjustable for them, adaptable for them. So that is why we decided to have +2 for the last few years. But we had to complete quite a lot of government procedure to have these extra 2 classes. So it took a while, and only from this year we were able to start having these classes. And from this year we are giving them these classes to all the students from our school. So that is why we have this school, so that the kids, they will be able to receive more education, and it will be easier for them to receive their education in their college or university life. As we all know, that when people, they move from the village to the town, or if they move from the town to a different city, or if they move from a country to a different country, especially if they move when they are very young, they tend to forget their roots, they tend to forget their languages, and they also sometimes forget their tradition, their culture, their religion and everything. So when we are talking about preserving our culture and tradition, it doesn't mean that they have to establish a cultural center like that. So even if they are able to carry on what they have able to learn, so I think that is still like preserving their tradition and culture. So when they are studying in the school, we tend to provide them with all this education on their tradition, their culture, their religion and everything. So even when we have like our annual functions, like their Parents' Day, Teachers' Day, we tend to see these students giving like cultural program. They tend to sing in their own languages. They tend to dance in their traditional way. So these are all like preserving their culture and tradition. And they tend to preserve these cultures from their understanding and the teachings that we receive in the school. So we believe it is very important for them to grow, because to carry on with their own tradition and culture, I guess that is also like the preserving and upholding the tradition and culture. So we tend to provide them these education, and which is very helpful. And when we talk about tradition, we also provide them with Buddhist education, since our school was founded by the very venerable Khenchen Thangpo Rinpoche, and since he is a very renowned Buddhist teacher, it is our responsibility to give them the education of Buddhism. So we also tend to give them Buddhism education.
Touch the leg. My name is Tenzin Chen. We give the dharma class on the topic of 37 practice of bodhicitta. And the main reason that our school organized this dharma class is because first reason is to meet our Rinpoche's aim, and secondly to benefit, of course, to benefit the students. So it is our Rinpoche's aim to give the student modern education with Buddhist education. So to meet that Rinpoche's aim, we do this dharma class. Giving this dharma class, what I experience, like what I see the changes among students, that I can, if we just look at the student, we cannot realize that changes. But I think if we compare our students with the other school students, then I think, I'm sure we will realize the changes among the students, how they think, how they behave. So, so in this way, I think we will find the benefits of giving this dharma class teaching. And also I would like to add, it is very important to have dharma class in school, because in our school there are 8 periods. So in this all 8 periods, we don't talk about how to generate bodhicitta, how to be kindness, how to be lovable, how to be, very wise and kind person. We don't talk that much about in the other subject. So in dharma class, we every day we talk about how should be your motivation, how should you be very lovable, kindness, compassionate, how should you generate bodhicitta, how should you think about the benefit of others. So this will help the student to become a very wise and educated person in the future, I think. So this is a big reason, and this is a big benefit that I think it is to do this dharma class.
The volunteer work that they do, we think it is very important for them to grow and to see the reality of life. And when they have completed grade 10 before, they tend to join the volunteer work. So what they do is, normally most of them, like, they try to give education back to the community. They try to teach as a teacher. So sometimes they are teaching in monasteries, and sometimes in remote schools like in Sintapalcho, Gorkha, Kabre, and all these places. We have lots of our students who are teaching them during the gap year. So they teach for like a year, and it is up to them whether they want to do the volunteer work. So it is not like forced by the school. From the students, we have like more than 70 or 80% of the students, they are willing to continue or willing to help as a volunteer. And the other thing is, it also helps them to grow, because since all of them or most of them are in the boarding, and they tend to not know like the reality outside the school, because in the school we provide them food, we provide them accommodation, they don't have to do laundry and everything. But when they are out of the school, they have to do all this work by themselves, and it is very difficult for them when all of a sudden everything changes for them. So it is very helpful for them to also know the reality outside the school, where they know or where they see how difficult it is to do everything, to do the daily chores from the school at home, like cleaning, cooking, washing, and not only that, beside that, giving or working whatever they are doing, whether they are working in the education field or whether they are doing in the medical field or whatever they are doing. And when they are teaching, they see how the teacher are preparing when they are teaching, it is not as easy as we see it in the school. Because when we are a student, we think that a teaching job is very easy. But when you yourself is a teacher, you see how difficult it is. So when they have done their volunteer gap year, and then when they come back to the school, it helps them to grow a lot, because they know how difficult it is in the reality, and how difficult it is to teach, and what opportunities they are getting in the school, where the only focus for them is only studying and nothing else. But once they are back in their villages or in other part of the country, they have to work. If they are in the villages, they have to work in the field, agriculture, or maybe whatever their parents are doing or whatever they were doing. But still, there's a lot of work to be done. So they feel how lucky they are when they come back, and we see them having more motivation and having more devotion and to the root guru, and also having the opportunity to receive all this education in the school.
Hey, hello, I'm Shree, and today I'm here to acknowledge a little about like a club established in our school, and this club has mainly focusing on the three titles, and they are education, action, and the community service. And the education, to elaborate that, and mainly there are 3 R's, they are recycle, reuse, and reduce. And this is the main concept that we follow by the schools, this club. And for the action, we do planting, we do separation of the litters, and we do provide different dustbins to the classes, and also different dustbins to the corner of the school, indicating different graphic indicator to the children who can understand that easily. And a lot of stops are done. And on the questions also, we are focusing not to use the balloons, and also we are not allowed to use the mineral water bought from the outer of the school, and we are just allowed to use the water of the filter machines. A lot of steps are done. And also on the day of June 5, the school has been doing a lot of things to the community, and also lastly the community service. On the day of that, we every end of the month we go to the community service to collect litters and trash. A lot of things are done, and things like that. And by saying this much, thank you.
When we learn about Buddhism, it is mostly talking about joy, compassion, and all this stuff. And this makes our people more joyous, more compassionate. And when you are compassionate, it brings more joy in your life. And one of the best example, I think, is me myself, because I was a student in the school. So I studied in the school when the school was established in the very first year in 1987. I joined the kindergarten in school, and since my home was very near from the school, I was not a boarding student back then, and I was a day student. So I studied in the school. I received all my basic education from this school. So because of the generosity of the school, I am now able to communicate in English, Nepali. I'm able to read, write, and it has been a great blessing for me. And while I was studying in the school, we also have lots of monks studying in the school in the same class. And looking at them, I was also very passionate about being a monk. So when I was in grade 1 or 2, I wanted to be a monk, but my parents thought that I was too young. But only when I was in grade 6, my parents finally decided that I can be a monk. So when I was in grade 6 in 1995, I became a monk. And even after becoming a monk, I still continued studying in this school. And I was the first monk to complete high school back then, which was grade 10. But now it is grade 12. So I was the first one to complete grade 10. And then after that, I studied in Rinpoche's monasteries. I studied the Buddhist college, and I also joined the 4 years retreat. And now I am like the successor for our very venerable Changu Rinpoche. So I am trying to fill in the very big shoe that Rinpoche has worn all his life. So I am pretty sure I am not able to do everything that he has done, but still I'm trying my best to whatever I can according to my capabilities. So I am taking care of all the institutions built by Rinpoche, like the schools, monasteries, medical clinic, dharma centers all over the world. So I am like able to give something back to the community, and it brings tremendous joy to myself, and I'm able to do something back for Rinpoche. So it is not only me, but I'm just giving an example of me, because I guess most of the people who are watching this video, they know me, so I think it will be easier for them to relate. But it is not only me, there are more other students who are doing way more than me also. Some of them are like teaching, and they've been teaching a lot of years, giving education to the kids in different places, remote places, where it is very difficult to find a teacher. They are giving them back through education. And we also have lots of students from here who have completed their medical education, and they are helping in health posts in different remote places of Nepal, where they are giving them back from their health department, giving them free medication, medical checkup and everything. And not only that, in many different countries, there are lots of our students who have completed from this high school. They are helping in any ways that they are able to help the society, maybe in the school here, or maybe back in the villages, and whatever they can. So it is very helpful. So whatever Rinpoche has done till now, so now it is up to us to preserve whatever Rinpoche has built, because all this institution that Rinpoche has built is not for the benefit of Rinpoche himself, but for the benefit of all the beings, and especially for the community here in Nepal. So Rinpoche has been extremely great for the development of the Himalayan people of Nepal, and now it is our turn to continue with the legacy that Rinpoche has built. So I would like to request everyone who is connected with Rinpoche to carry on with whatever you have been doing. And I would like to thank all of you for all your help shown till now, and I wish all of you will continue doing whatever you have been doing.
Hi, my name is Hima Dikhi, and I'm the librarian of this school. And as a librarian, my work is to keep library clean and tidy and arrange books in a beautiful way so that students can get and whatever they want according to their genres during their library visits. SMD school is a family for us, so we librarian members, we are like a father and mother for the small children during their bedtime story before they go to bed, so that they can feel like a homey vibes, and also after they go to bed, they will have a beautiful dreams.
visitor, everyone. So with the blessing of the Choje Lama, I wish you all the best and good in studies and work for your country in the near future. Thank you.